Theoretically, you would get the plug-in hybrid Prius Prime over the normal Prius if you're going to be doing a lot of city driving. But that doesn't mean that you might not want to know what it will do on the highway as well, because sometimes you just got to get somewhere at higher speeds. So let's go see how far we can go and then what sort of fuel economy we get on the 2023 Toyota Prius Prime. Hey everybody, it's Charlie from Daily Motor. Tonight we've got the real-world highway fuel economy test that a lot of people have been asking for. The new Prius, baby. In this test, we're going to head out on the highway. We're going to drain our battery in EV mode at 70 miles per hour. Then we're going to go to the gas station, fill up, do 50 miles out and 50 miles back, averaging 70 miles per hour to see what sort of fuel economy you get on gasoline alone. Now before we get started, let's hop out and take a look at it. Entirely redesigned for 2023, the Toyota Prius. This is, as I said, the Prime version, which means it's a plug-in hybrid, stated by the EPA to be able to get you about 39, let's just call it 40 miles of electric driving only, but that's in mixed driving conditions, so we're probably not going to see that tonight, but hey, crazier things have happened. If you do want to see more on the new Prius, check the link below. We've got links to our full review, our sound system test on this JBL, all those will be linked below. Okay, so this is actually our first plug-in hybrid test here in California. And what we've done is we got to this point running in hybrid vehicle mode with a full battery. So theoretically, we've been holding our charge and we've gotten just probably a quarter mile off the highway here or so. And we're gonna go out and try to go out and back in just as much of the same driving situation to negate the effects of wind or elevation, which we shouldn't have too much change in either, but that is something we are considering here. So without any further ado, let's get rolling. A few things to note for tonight. Outside temperature is currently 53 degrees Fahrenheit. It should stay pretty stable around there for the night. And we are going to run our climate control at 73 degrees auto, so we'll be making some heat in here. That'll sap the range a bit. Our tire pressures have been set to the door placard, 35 psi front, 33 psi rear. All right, we got our GPS reset. Get climate going on auto. We do have a few different drive modes. We got sport, normal, eco, and custom. We're going to run in eco. That'll put us into eco for the climate as well. Oh, we need to reset the vehicles readouts here. And we're ready to begin. We should get out of here because this car wants to park. Taking up a few parking spots here. Now, I am fully aware that all sorts of you would rather see a test for the plug-in hybrid in the city or doing mixed driving rather than the highway because, oh, dude, please, you don't get a plug-in hybrid to do highway driving. Well, two reasons why we're doing a highway fuel economy test rather than something in the city. One, the EPA is already pretty accurate at telling you what you're going to get in mixed driving. The reason we do highway fuel economy testing, one of them, is the EPA's highway fuel economy test only averages 48 miles per hour, so it's useful to actually have a real-world 70 mile per hour steady-state cruise test. But if you want to know what the Prius Prime is going to do in mixed or city driving, just look at the EPA. Their testing is pretty accurate for that. The second reason we do highway over city driving is repeatability. This is a very standardized test that we can repeat with many, many different sort of vehicles and achieve fairly similar conditions in all of our testing. I theoretically could try to do some sort of city test, but in order to do 100 miles in the city or even just the amount of miles necessary to run out the battery, it would take so long in order to get some sort of reputable number that it's just, it's not worthwhile for me. And again, you can just go check the EPA for that information. But the goal of this test isn't to hypermile. The goal is to find a realistic range and efficiency figure. So we're heading out on the highway here, and we're going to set our cruise control at a GPS indicated 71 miles per hour, which looks like it's going to require me getting over here into the left lanes. That should allow us to average 70 over the whole test. We do have a pretty good lane tracing system here in the Prius, so theoretically highway driving should be pretty easy for me. Initial highway impressions, a little bit of road noise, kind of surprised by that. This is a pretty loud concrete highway, but still just unfortunate to hear all that road noise coming in. I'm sure you kind of hear it echoing around the cabin. All right, I'm going to continue on with this portion. I'm going to be turning around right about when our range is about halfway down and then trying to get back. and I'll catch up with you at the end of the EV portion. In the meantime, enjoy this time lapse of the entire trip. What this has really turned into is a PSA on getting out of the left lanes when you're just cruising. I've had to spend so much of my night doing this, passing people who are chilling in one of the leftmost lanes, doing maybe 4 or 5 miles per hour lower than the rest of the traffic, trying to get by them. I mean, at least this person, oh, and they have their brights on too. So far tonight, 2 cars with their brights on, chilling in the left 2 lanes, not counting the carpool lane. But I know none of you Daily Motor watchers sit in the left lane when you're not supposed to, because you are a better person. According to the vehicle's readout, we've got, oh, right there, I'm glad I started recording, 29.9 miles of highway driving is what it took for the gasoline engine to kick in here on the Prius Prime. Bit surprised with that. I thought we could have at least gotten around 35 miles or so. But that is, that's a whole 25% lower than the EPA figure. And unfortunately, I can no longer see the vehicle's readout for efficiency, but I think last I checked it was 2.9 miles per kilowatt hour. You will have all seen it if you look back in the video right here, but I wasn't paying attention because I was ranting about bad driving styles. Okay, all right, so roughly 2.9 miles per kilowatt hour according to the car. We'll break down when we're stopped at the end of the video what the a full usage of the battery pack divided by the mileage is, or other way around, to see how efficient the car actually is. But this pretty much means if you want to use your Prius Prime for commuting and your commute has some highway on it, if you're dealing with kind of cooler temperatures, 55 degrees, and you want to go normal highway speeds here, 70 miles per hour, you're going to be lucky to get 30 miles out of your full charge. But I'm going to get this back to the gas station here. We're going to fill it full of fuel, full of gasoline, and then we're going to see what we actually get for our fuel economy just running on gasoline alone. 1.472 is what we ended up putting in the gas tank. So we're going to clear out our GPS and our car's trip computer once again and head back out on the road. Coming into the end of the highway fuel economy portion here on the Prius Prime. Quite a bit less than EPA. EPA on this car is 47 MPG. We're getting 42 according to the vehicle's trip readout. Now, we'll verify that at the pump here, see how much gasoline we put back in the car and calculate based on our total miles traveled, but not the most impressive result we've ever seen. And I know this is the plug-in hybrid, and hybrids don't necessarily excel on highway driving, but it's just something to keep in mind if you do plan on chugging away a lot of miles. You might want to go with at least maybe the SE version of the Prius, because this is the premium trim and the wheels are not as efficient as the SE model. But maybe the normal Prius, or maybe something like a Camry 2.5 liter before they stop selling them. Overall, though, the Prius is comfortable to be in. I'm disappointed with the road noise. I'd be curious to hear from other this gen Prius owners. Would this be the 5th gen Prius owners, to see if it's loud for them as well. I know this highway is loud, but we do this test with just about every car we get in here at Daily Motor, and it seems louder than the rest of them. But the active lane tracing is really good. The adaptive cruise control is conservative for my taste, so it'll start slowing down way early on. You gotta kind of be aware of that sometimes, but overall it works well. The sound system is remarkably good. We did the members only test here, and I just enjoy listening to it. JBL has been really stepping up their game. I've been happy with what we're getting from them. But we're gonna get this back to the pump, fill it up, run our final calculations on everything, and wrap this evening up. 2.35, I think, I actually don't know if that's 6 or 8. Oh, it's a 6. 2.356 gallons going in for our final fill, as though that 100th, or rather 1000th place is really going to make a difference. Our 100 miles traveled on the dot. I still love how this route is perfectly 100 miles. 100 miles divided by 2.356 is giving us 42.44 MPG. What was our final dash readout here? Something very close to that 40. Look at that. 42.4, 42.4. Wow, what a precise figure. 42 MPG here for the Prius Prime Premium from 2023. Now, a few things I should point out. Yes, I already know all the stuff about the highway driving. We should also point out it's quite possible we are running winter blend gasoline here. It's, what is it, middle December in Southern California. So it's possible we're running winter blend gas. That could be affecting the fuel economy. And also, admittedly, what's the temperature outside? We can't see the temp right now because it's telling us that nobody's got their seatbelts on. But the temperature did drop probably 15 to 20 degrees since I set the tire pressure. So we might be running 1 or 2 PSI cold, or low rather, on the tires. So maybe in more of a summer type situation, especially with the sun out, you could see 43, maybe 44 MPG. But I don't think you're getting that 47 that the EPA is giving you. Now with the Prime, you don't get a huge fuel tank, only 10.6 gallons, so 10.6 times that 42 miles per gallon figure is giving you an effective highway cruising range of just over 440 miles cruising on gasoline only. But you can add on that 30 miles of EV range if you leave a charger with a full charge, making it about 470. Now, I am a bit hesitant to give you an exact efficiency reading for the fuel economy, or for the electric portion, because I don't think we use the full battery in this car. I think the Prius keeps about maybe roughly a kilowatt hour or so in the reserves for driving in hybrid only mode. So even though this is a 13.6 kilowatt hour battery pack, I would wager we probably only used about 13 kilowatt hours. So just for kicks and giggles, let's see what 30 miles divided by 13 kilowatt hours giving us only 2.3 miles per kilowatt hour. Yeah, the car thought we were quite a bit more efficient than that. What if 12 divided by 30 divided by 12, 2.5. So still, even if we only use 12 kilowatt hours, not particularly efficient. I will try charging this up, see if I can get it to a full charge, and calculate how much electricity we actually used. But some ambiguity there. Either way, not super fantastic highway electricity usage there. So not a record setter. Maybe the normal Prius SE would break 50, but currently our record holder is still that Jetta 6-speed manual at 50 and the Jetta automatic at 47. If I remember correctly, I think the Accord was pretty high up there as well, the 1.5 liter Accord. So thank you all so much for watching. If you do want to see more on the Prius here, check the link below, and we'll see you on the next one. I'm Charlie from Daily Motor, and as always, drive on.